A father murdered the mother of his 4 children while they slept just yards away. Then the law gave him something so horrifying, her family had to change the entire legal system. She put on her red lipstick the way she always did. She laughed with her friends in her garden. She tucked her 4 little boys into bed and kissed them goodnight. And she never woke up again. Jade Ward was 27 years old, a working mother from Shotton, North Wales. She loved clothes, dancing, and her children more than anything. She had spent years trying to survive a controlling relationship. When she finally found the courage to walk away for good, the man who claimed to love her decided that if he could not have her, no one else would either. What happened in that house was not an accident. It was a final act of possession. Jade grew up in Shotton, a small working-class town where everyone knows everyone. People go to school together, marry people they grew up with, and raise families within miles of where they were born. By her early 20s, Jade had become someone her community quietly depended on. Her family called her bubbly, warm, and full of life. She always saw the good in people, even when they did not deserve it. She would get upset if someone killed a fly. She cared deeply about animals, children, and everyone around her. She loved clothes and always wore her signature red lipstick. When Jade entered a room, it lit up. By her mid-20s, Jade had 4 sons. She absolutely adored them. Every tribute, court statement, and parliamentary debate about her life circled back to the same truth. Jade lived for her children. She worked at the local co-op, a normal job in a normal town. Her mother, Karen Robinson, said it perfectly. Jade was just a normal girl working a part-time job. Not a headline, not a statistic, a real person. Jade met Russell Marsh when she was young. Their relationship fell into a cycle of closeness, tension, and hope. Marsh was charming on the surface, but people close to Jade noticed something else. He was controlling. Marsh kept track of who Jade spoke to. He had opinions about what she wore, who she could see, and where she could go. In Parliament, MP Mark Tammy later described it clearly. Marsh controlled who Jade could see, who she could speak to, what she could wear, and what she could do. Karen Robinson saw the signs even then. Marsh bought Jade clothes and jewelry she did not want, as if trying to reshape her into a version that belonged to him. Jade and Marsh had 4 sons together. The relationship separated 3 times over 9 years. In summer 2019, Marsh was accused of bruising her wrists. He denied it. They reconciled. By summer 2021, something had shifted. Jade was 27. Her boys were growing up. She ended the relationship with Russell Marsh and told him to leave the family home. She told her closest friends and family that this time it was permanent. She began moving forward with her life, attending social events and reconnecting with friends. She was seen kissing another man at a party. A small, ordinary act of beginning again. When that information reached Marsh, something inside him changed. He reportedly told friends that if he could not have Jade, no one could. Those words were not taken seriously enough. They rarely are until it is too late. In her final days, Jade cared for her grandmother who had recently undergone surgery. She sat in her garden laughing with her friends. She took care of her children, providing for them and planning for them. On Wednesday, August 25, 2021, North Wales police later confirmed that Jade spent time with her 4 children, her friends, and her family. That night, she put her boys to bed and went to sleep in her home on Chevrons Road. Russell Marsh was working an overnight shift at Bioenergy in Ellesmere Port. He approached his supervisor and told a lie. His brother had taken an overdose, he said. He needed to leave early. Marsh left work, got in his vehicle, and drove toward North Wales. CCTV cameras tracked his route. Automatic number plate recognition logged his progress. Phone mass data traced his movements as he crossed into Flintshire. He was not rushing in a panic. He drove deliberately toward the house where Jade and their 4 children were sleeping. He arrived in the early hours of August 26, 2021. The boys were asleep. The house was quiet. Marsh entered the home, found Jade in her bedroom, and attacked her. He slashed her. He stabbed her. He strangled her. The pathology report later showed multiple wounds across her body, including her face and arms. Pathology showed bruising consistent with grip marks and defensive injuries around her hands. Jade fought back. Even in those final moments, she fought to live. But Marsh was bigger and stronger. The cause of death was asphyxiation. After killing her, Marsh covered Jade's body with a pile of clothes. He secured the bedroom door with a dressing gown cord. Then he went to his sleeping sons, woke them up, and drove them to his parents' home near Chester. He walked in a blackened police station and handed himself in. When officers arrived at Chevron's Road shortly before 9:20 a.m., they found Jade's body under clothing. She was 27 years old. The shock and shotten was IMM. 88. A roadside memorial grew outside the family home. Flowers, balloons, photographs, candles, teddy bears, handwritten notes from people who loved her. Jade's sister Taylor Wesley organized a balloon release. Hundreds came. A GoFundMe raised over £16,000 for the boys. At trial, Marsh pleaded not guilty. He claimed the death was accidental, then claimed Jade had mutilated herself. The jury deliberated for only 2 hours. Guilty of murder. The judge described Marsh as possessive, jealous, self-pitying, and resentful. He was sentenced to life with a minimum of 25 years. But days later, the family discovered Marsh still had parental responsibility for the boys. Under UK law at the time, killing your partner did not automatically remove your legal rights as a parent. Marsh could request school reports, receive medical information, and influence decisions about the boys' upbringing. Jade's father said Marsh still had loads of power over the children. The family campaigned. A petition gathered 113,000 signatures in less than 3 weeks. They called it Jade's Law. In October 2023, the UK government amended the Victims and Prisoners Bill. A parent who kills their partner automatically loses parental responsibility. The law was named after Jade Ward. A mother from Shotton who loved red lipstick changed the law of the land.